What up, YouTube? What up, my YouTube family? That includes my real family, the Mac heads, and the maniacs. Today's story is about an encounter with an older woman, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. As a matter of fact, if you my sister or my daughters, y'all go on and tune out. This is for my Mac heads.
And the money ain't no hoeing me, boy, I keep it 100. Since it's a drought on real niggas, how the fuck could you hate? Could he niggas sit and walk around while I'm trying to die? And the money ain't no hoeing me, boy, I keep it 100. Uncut G, I ain't no rapper. If you want a verse, nigga, come to my hood so I can stop. And the money.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
This story takes place in the late 1990s. It's a trip. And it was, for me, it was a great meeting of the minds. So my father had this friend or a client, or maybe his friend was his client. And he used to buy powder. Old school dudes. So Pops used to slide him powder. But now Pops, you know the old story. Don't get high off your own supply. Pops is slipping. Pops ain't balling like that no more. He ain't getting it like that. So Pops slides me dude as a customer. Pops like, you can eat off him a little bit. Because he liked to buy his own. He liked to buy one zone at a time, which is a lot for somebody putting candy in their nose. And sometimes he might only want 14. He might want 7 on a bad day, quarter ounce. Good dude, older dude. He was almost like a father figure because he was that old, but he also would always share game with me. He would tell me how things went at work. He would tell me the ways he was thinking. He talked about the politics on a job and the importance of having a good job for a long time that you could retire from and get money the rest of your life. So I used to listen to him. And this was a point where he's getting ready to retire. He worked for the state of California, Caltrans or something like that. And he was talking about how big his check was going to be, and he didn't have to do nothing for the rest of his life. Now, this brother had kids my age, a little bit younger than me. So I'm assuming he got with his wife while she was a little underage, because she wasn't as old as he was. So because this guy has kids my age and still living today, I don't want to mention his name, and I don't want to mention her name. But dude was a cool individual. He would come by about once a week, sometime twice a week. But he was a guaranteed scorer. He was guaranteed to come by and score, without question. You could count on him. And normally he will call a day in advance. So you know a day ahead that you're going to eat off this dude. And the reason why I say eat, because he's an older player, they're used to higher prices, so you could actually jack the price up on dude, especially if the quality is good. Unfortunately, dude brings his wife over one day. Now his wife knows where I live at, and I've always been against that. I do not like nobody to bring any company to wherever I'm at, especially where I lay my head at. But he did that. He was in violation. I told him about it. He said, no, she's cool, and she will not trip off you. She don't care what you're doing, and I don't let her know what you're doing. Well, one day I'm at home chilling. I'm on parole. I got a girlfriend and everything. I'm not looking to mess with no other bras and none of that. I'm just happy to be home. I want to get off parole. I want to hustle and gamble. So one day, I'm in the house chilling all by myself. And I hear a car door shut. I look outside. It's Alexis. And it's this fine, light-skinned woman that jumps out. She's dressed in a blue suit with some blue heels on. She reminds me of like an airline stewardess or a lawyer. And she's coming toward the house. Well, since I'm on parole, I don't know if this is a parole check. I don't know what's going on. She probably got the wrong house. She walks up, she knocks on the screen door. I'm looking, she rings the doorbell. So I open up the wooden door. We had a screen door and a wooden door. So I open up the door and I'm like, can I help you? She's like, hey. She calls me by my middle name, which is the name her husband called me by, which my father passed the name to him. So they passed my middle name around. I'm like, yeah, that's me. What's up? She's like, excuse me for coming over here. Excuse me for knocking on your door, ringing your bell. You know, I know it's out of line, but I want to get something. Get what? She's like, I want to get a 25. Oh, all right. So I give her 25 in a little baggie. She slides me her number. I'm like, what's this? She's like, you can call me anytime. Really? All right, I'm not gonna call. I got a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And I'm loyal to her. I'm on parole. I don't want to mess that off. She starts coming back. She comes back again. 25. Why you haven't called me? No reason. So I give her my number so she could call me. And she calls about every other day. She calls me for 25. And then she tells me, she's like, look, I guess I'm moving too slow for her. Or she's just moving fast. She tells me I got this nice condo in Westchester and I would like you to come through. Come through for what? She said, you know, for some wine, just talk, get to know each other. Oh, really? Yeah. She like, cause I'm feeling you. When we pulled up and I seen you, I was like, I got to have him. Like, oh, all right. You know, back then you didn't get a lot of compliments from women and you didn't find too many aggressive women, especially older and fine as hell. And so, you know, we start talking and stuff, and I ended up going to her condo one night. I'm being truthful. I'm not going over there for no sex. I'm trying to figure out really, what do you really want? And I go over there, and she opens up this cabinet, and she says, look, I'm not interested in what's in the cabinet. But I'm thinking maybe she came across some work. Maybe she wanna slide it to me for free or as an investment and break her off. So I get up and look. She has all the baggies that she ever bought from me. She was not using. She was buying these baggies, man, because she wanted to see me. So I'm like, I'm shocked. I'm like, damn, like for real? So in my mind, I know she don't get high because who does it? Who spends their money like that to save the stuff? So, I mean, very nice place, very upscale place. I mean, her furniture off the hook, grand piano, all of that stuff. The setting was very nice. I was impressed. And now we talk on the phone, a few things, you know. She asked about my girl. You know, she's telling me about her husband, how they met so young. He likes to get high and all this. So, all right. Now, I don't say nothing. Her husband comes over to get a zone one day. And the husband is telling me about his wife. How much he used to love her, but they're not together no more. They live in separate places. And they get high together. So I'm like, oh, she gets high. That's his story. This woman liked to go jogging, and she liked to go to the gym. So her body was, you could tell, it was always in shape. She was a slender woman with little small curves. Nothing that stood out. It's her beauty that stood out. And she had this nice Creole hair, man. Always done. Hair always done. And she liked to go to work 5 days a week. Good, hard-working woman. And very sweet and polite. So now, dude comes over one. He's retired, so he's telling me about these checks he get. He's actually braggadocious and talking about how he looks out for his kids and his landlord, all this stuff. And so he starts coming over 2-3 times a week. And now I'm getting worried. I'm getting very worried because he's getting too high. And he doesn't have the money he has because he's breaking it down into increments. I call his wife with concern, like, hey, how y'all doing? Have you seen your husband? She's like, yeah, he comes over every Friday. I'm like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm worried about him. She's like, I'm worried about him too. So I asked, why are you worried? She's like, he's just been acting strange lately. I'm like, all right. Well, I'm worried because he's coming over more than usual. That ain't a good look. He's older. I'm worried about him. So he comes over one day, and I'm like, look, dude, I can't mess with you. You got to start coming back bi-weekly or monthly, man. I want you to be all right. So he tells me he's had this heart situation. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured so. I don't want to see you. He said, well, it don't matter because I got other plugs. So what difference do it make? I said, you may want to go to your other plugs. About 3 days go by, and I get a call from his wife. She tells me her husband has passed. He had a heart attack. I'm like, damn, like I knew it. She's like, yeah, I knew it too. Because he was going crazy. And you said he was getting high more than usual. Plus he has this other friend that's constantly going to see him because he takes it to him. I never took him nothing. He came to me. This other guy would hand deliver. And so now he has the opportunity to start making the money that I'm missing. But bro dies. So she invites me to the funeral. I don't show up to the funeral because I don't know if it's a setup. I don't know if they believe that I had cut him off or not. I don't want nothing to do with the funeral. I can't go. Plus, I hate that he even died like that, man. We had got so close. And so me and her didn't talk. We didn't talk for years. And when we found, I run across her in Rouse one day in the Ladera Center. So we reunite. Baby mama's gone. I ain't got no girl or nothing. And so I start talking to her. She got a house now. So I go over to the house and she's like, hey, make yourself comfortable. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a shower. She said, I got wine, I got alcohol, whatever you want. Just make yourself comfortable. So I'm watching TV and having a little drink of some dry-ass wine. She comes out the shower naked. And I'm like, damn, she got the body of a goddess. Never had I known her ass was so big, so round. And her titties are just nice and firm. They're not big, nice, firm, natural titties. She already had the hair, the nice, smooth skin, talked sweet, and was so persistent. She tells me, she grabs me by my hand and says, let's go in the bedroom. I'm not turning that down. My partner is gone. She been on me for a long time. Let's go to the bedroom. So we go to the bedroom. She was all of that. She was all of that. She made sure I knew she was all of that. But what really got me, and I went and told my homeboy, Little Crazy Boy. I said, man, older women is something else, dog. Like after I bust one, she went and got me a warm towel and came and wiped me down. She wiped me down. After she wiped me down, she was like round two, baby, round two. I'm still young then. I don't have no back problem. Yeah, round 2. And a round 3 and a round 4. All of that. But nice, man. Nice. And one day, Mark Moody is over to the house. Mark Moody, I was in prison with Moody. Now, Moody had got out. So we're talking 2000 now, early 2000s. And she comes over one day. And Moody like, damn, it's a fine-ass woman outside. I look, I say, oh, she's coming over here. He's like, yeah. So I tell him about her. And he's looking through the window. He's like, damn. We high-five and we laugh. And he's like, man, you got a bad one right there. Ain't no question. But she ain't my girl. You want to holler at her? Man, Saucy, because that's what he called her. She's bad. So this is my story about a time that I was with an older woman and how it happened. Because I always tell you guys, in my age, I don't like no girl my age. I don't like no older women. I like them young. But back then, yeah, I felt like some of you young Macheads and maniacs. I liked them older. And this was my encounter with an older woman. Hey, I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all kinds of stories. Dog stories, fight stories, gang stories, car stories. All of that. I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for watching. Salute.